B.LEAGUE action resumes here today at the Toyama City Gymnasium as the Toyama Grouses host the Ryukyu Golden Kings. This is billed as offense against defense, as the Toyama Grouses are one of the top offensive squads in the league up against one of the best defensive teams here in the B.LEAGUE in Ryukyu. So something's got to give. We have a good-sized crowd here at the Toyama City Gymnasium as action resumes after a 2-week break. We took a 2-week break because we had to stop for the international window for the Asia FIBA qualifiers. As we take a look at the team standings here, on your left, you have Toyama with a 24-13 card. They are 4th place in the Eastern Conference. When you look at the Ryukyu Golden Kings, 28-9, they lead the pack in the Western Conference. Toyama there, you can see, number 1 as far as the wild card positions are concerned. And so they need to be able to come up with a win here today to further solidify their position so they can make it to the playoffs. When you look at the Golden Kings, the visiting squad, they will be relying on 6 gentlemen. They've got Namizato, Evans, Simmons, Imamura, Tilly, and Cooley. Here though some of the action from the Toyama Grouses. There are 7 players that Coach Hono Hamaguchi will essentially rely on. They've got Richard Solomon, Naoki Uto, Satoru Maeda, Kosuke Hashimoto, Julian Mavunga, Joshua Smith, and Yuta Okada. That's Tilly there with a shot. So now some of the action from the Golden Kings. So they did take a 2-week break. Let's see who comes up with a fresher start here at the resumption of play in the B-League. Just about 20 games still to be played. As we take a look at number 10 there on your screens. That is Toshiki Kamisawa. There's the head coach for the Grousers, Hono Hamaguchi. He actually coached for Kyoto last season, moving on here to Toyama together with Julian Mavunga. So it looked like a package deal. They got the import that they were looking for, as well as the head coach. That is the roster right now of the Golden Kings. And there is their head coach, Coach Hiroki Fujita. Golden Kings right now, number 1 in the West. And they want to hold on to that lead. Now is the time to start looking for momentum heading into the playoffs. Still a lot of basketball to be played as far as the regular season is concerned, but you want to be able to make sure that you continue your winning ways. Chemistry continues to be key because you want to be playing your best basketball when the playoffs come around. We're going to be introducing now the visiting squad's starting 5. It's going to be a tough ask here for Toyama, but they do have the defensive units to be able to try to shut down Ryukyu. And there is Fantasista. That is Narito Namizato, wearing jersey number 3. That was Dwayne Evans wearing number 13. 24, Naoki Tashiro is also in the starting lineup. They're also starting out with Jack Cooley and Hayato Maki. That's the starting 5 for the visiting squad of Ryukyu Golden Kings. If you're not too familiar with both these squads, as I mentioned at the top of the coverage, both play pretty good offense and defense, but Toyama really more known for their offense and Ryukyu more known for their defense. There's Fantasista, as they call it, because they call him because of his great ball handling. Watch him here. Getting into the paint. Behind the back. Over the head pass. Finds Jack Cooley there. Let's see if he can dazzle the crowd here once again with his sizzling plays. But now it's a chance to meet the Toyama Grouses, the home squad. Essentially a full-packed stadium if you really look at it, because of safety protocols here in Japan. Stadiums are not allowed to have 100% capacity. But looking at the number of people, I think that is the maximum that they can allow at 50%. And they're going to try to get as loud as they possibly can here this Saturday afternoon to push their Toyama Grouses to a victory over the number 1 ranked Ryukyu Golden Kings. Here's the rest of the squad being introduced one by one, and then we'll have the starting 5 in a bit. And now we have the starting 5. And there is your starting 5. Number 11, Naoki Uto. Number 13, Satoru Maeda. Number 14, Yoshiyuki Matsuwaki. And then their 2 imports. Number 32, Julian Mavenga. And number 34, Joshua Smith. Joshua Smith is familiar to a lot of the Filipino fans because he did play for the TNT squad here in the PBA. Some of the highlights here, and when Joshua Smith gets that ball inside, almost impossible to stop, but he's a very willing passer, leading to that 3-pointer there. As we're focusing on number 31, Masashi Joho, 38-year-old, shooting forward, standing 6 foot flat, shooting almost 40% from the field. And here we have the starters once again. Toyama starting out with Uto, Maeda, Matsuwaki, Mavunga, and Smith. The Golden Kings with Namisato, Evans, Tashiro, Cooley, and Maki. Just a reminder to all B.LEAGUE fans, always try to catch Weekly Meet B.LEAGUE, which is going to be broadcast every Thursdays at 7 in the afternoon. That's Japan time. So Thursdays at 6 in the evening, Weekly Meet B.LEAGUE. That's going to happen every week. So you get your fix of B.LEAGUE action. Just about everything that's happening in the B.LEAGUE will be tackled there. You can get all the information you need. Right now, all the focus is on the Ryukyu Golden Kings as they travel here to Toyama, as they face the Grouses. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. Anthony Suntay with the call. Glad you're here. B.LEAGUE action at its very best. The tip. Stolen there. Nice pass. Cooley will get the first 2 points of the ball game. That was all effort there. That should have been first possession to the Grouses. Now they get their first possession. Smith on the outside. Trying to look for Mavunga. Mavunga, Mr. Triple-Double, up against Evans. Settles for the jumper. Will miss. Fantasista with the rebound, and here he comes. Gives it up to Cooley. Asking for a lot of movement. Cooley with the pick. Left open for the jumper. It is now 4-0. How do you leave Maki that open? And he was the one with the basketball. Breakdown in defense there. Basket and one opportunity coming up here. That brings the crowd to its feet. Watch it here once again. Incursion there from Uto. Finishes. Not really too much resistance there from Tashiro. Tashiro will pick up his first personal foul. He should have tried to gone for the block there. So at least there was no three-point play, but basket counts. Extra free throw in the offing. It's completed, and 4-3 is our tally now. Fantasista once again, bringing down that basketball. Familiar sight. Get a lot of down screens. Fantasista will come up, get the ball right back. Jumper, yes! Cooley looked like he stubbed his finger as he tried to get that offensive rebound. Let's keep our eye on that. 6-3 is our early tally here. Smith inside. That's a load. Quick double, gives it up. Using that Smith screen, jumper! That ball will stay on this end of the floor. Maki couldn't hold on to it. Uto was asking for a foul, saying they were hanging on, and really, I couldn't move because he was all over me. Referees say otherwise. Trying to step inside. A foul will be called. Second team foul going to be called on Ryukyu. And that also might be the second personal foul on Tashiro. He will have to be replaced. Tashiro has played in 34 games, averaging 22 minutes. With 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. His contribution, well, he's going to head to the bench quickly now. Mavunga gives it up. Nice look inside. Smith would have had a gimme. Cooley with a foul. That's going to be the third team foul. Smith has got that deceptive speed. You'd think since he was that big, he wants not quick. He's got very quick feet. 3-pointer on the way, short. Evans with the board. He'll bring it down. Fantasista allowing him to do that. Fantasista still in the corner. Evans makes his move. Gets denied there by Smith. They go to Mavunga. Mavunga, quick first step. Puts it up. He was out of control that time. Here's Evans. Evans kicks it out. Sets up the three. Bang. 9-3. Very good start for the Golden Kings. 2.5 gone here in the first period. Mavunga will look for Smith. Will he make his move? Or will he play decoy once again? This time takes it strong. Baby hook works for Josh Smith. Fantasista bring it down. A little bit of resistance there from the defense. Now he makes his move. In the paint. Puts up that floater and it works. 4 points now for Fantasista. And the lead is back up to 6 for Ryukyu. Mavunga will be fouled. That's going to be the 4th team foul for the Golden Kings as Imamura picks up that personal. Clearly a foul there. No way he can complain about that one. Smith on the outside. He's not a threat there. We'll give it up to Mavunga. We'll try to set that pick. Mavunga to Smith. Gets it right back. Excellent pass by Smith. Mavunga with a finish. Cuts the lead down to 4. As we said, Smith is a very willing and able passer. Evans for 3. Overshoots. The tip will go to the boys in red. And here come the Grouses once again. Trying to cut into that 4-point deficit. Mavunga all the way inside. Forces the issue. It won't work. Good defense there by Evans. And a poor pass by Evans. This will be a walk in the park. And that lead will be cut down to just 2. Nice steal and basket there from Matsuwaki. Looking for Fantasista. He gets control. Hands it off. Evans will be called for steps. That 2-point lead just might be erased on this offensive possession by the Grouses. We go back to Mavunga. That Mavunga-Smith combination has worked so well. Here's Smith. He gives it up. With 5 on the shot clock. That'll drop. That's going to be the first basket here for Uto. And we're tied at 11. Fantasista being hounded in the backcourt. He has no space to operate whatsoever. Now double team with Mavunga. Gives it up to Evans. 3-pointer from the wing. Overshoots. Cooley tried to tap that. It goes to the wrong individual. And here comes Mavunga once again. Mavunga from way downtown misses. But nobody went to get that rebound. That landed right on his lap. Quick explosion. And this is going to be the first taste of the lead here. Back-to-back baskets for Naoki Uto. And it's 13 for Toyama, 11 for Ryukyu. Back to the action here. It's 13-11. First taste of the lead for Toyama after being down by 6 early. Stutter step. The pass a little bit too high for Cooley. That's a poor foul there by Funyu. Funyu just checked in. He's a tall point guard at 6'3". Trying to stop the fast break there. That foul is going to put them in the penalty. This could be a long, drawn-out first quarter. 4:35 still to be played and already in the penalty are the visiting Golden Kings. They're going to review this to see if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. They might deem it so because he wasn't going for the ball. But if you look at it, the offensive player actually went behind the back with that dribble. And that's why Funyu wasn't able to really get any play on the basketball. But let's see how they look at it. It could be interpreted that way, but it also could be interpreted, they could interpret it the other way as well. Two of the referees looking at that situation as we have a nice look at Coach Hiroki Fujita. His team doing quite well, only with 9 losses so far. And the fans trying to make their case for it being an unsportsmanlike foul. They definitely want that. That's going to be 2 free throws and ball possession. But there are 2 free throws coming up here anyhow. Let's see the signal that he makes. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. So that will be 2 shots, and then possession will stay here with Toyama. Fans like that call. That's why no jumpers here. Five points already here for Uto. There is the guilty party, Funyu. Uto makes both. He's got 6 points in the contest, and this is now the biggest lead for Toyama at 15-11. They've got possession here. Uto with the ball once again. Still with that Mavunga-Smith tandem. Mavunga down low, this time up against Tilly. Shaking, baking, and overcooking that one. Here's Funyu. Funyu can give you a lot of problems. Goes to Cooley. Cooley stopped in his tracks. That's a big man in Josh Smith. You can't go around him, you can't go through him. Tilly almost lost possession, gives it back up. Shot clock is at 2. Well, it would have been at 2, but it was stopped exactly at 3. They say, is that going to be a kickball? If it's a kickball, it's going to be reset to 14. Officials say otherwise, so the clock will stay at 3. Still enough time for 1 extra pass if they want to. Nope, it's a kickball, so they are going to reset it to 14. Fans calling for defense here. Funyu. Funyu. That's well done, but he misses though. Kept the defender on his hip. Got all the way to the basket, but was a little bit wary of the defense from Smith. Almost a 5-second violation. They get it in. Mavunga now will attack Tilly. Then he cops out. Back to Mavunga. Smith trying to bully his way. Gets to his spot. Baby hook not gonna work. One and done in that offensive thrust. Tilly, part of the French national squad. He can hit the 3. Likes to operate inside once again. Cooley from 15 feet, yes! First basket in quite a while for the Golden Kings. Just about 3 minutes remaining in the first period. 3 on the way, yes! Lead is now at 5. First basket here by Maeda. Funyu once again. Trying to help his team get it back. Tilly. Tilly for 3. A little bit offline. all the way to the basket. Nobody stopped him. And the lead is now 7. This the biggest lead for the Toyama Grouses. The offense of the Golden Kings have really been hampered. Using that coolie pick. Getting all the way home, finally. They needed that one. Tilly will not finish. A foul will be called on Mavunga. He's saying it wasn't in the act of shooting. I believe it was in the act of shooting. He was trying to put it back. That was clear. That's going to be 2 free throws for Funyu. That's why coaches always espouse helping out on the fast break. Don't expect your teammate to make the shot. Follow it up, and if it's a miss, you'll be there. That's exactly what happened to Funyu. Fantasista is back. Under 2 minutes to play. So is Evans. They need Fantasista's playmaking, and they need the scoring here of Evans. Tilly will be fouled. That's going to be the second personal foul of Mavunga. He's telling his teammates, we need to communicate. He was a little bit late there. He will pick up a second personal. That might be a bit of concern here for Coach Hono. Evans gives it up to Fantasista. Tilly. Tilly will attack the defense. He gave it up. Evans. Shot clock at 2. Fantasista misses. Minute and a half remaining here in the first period. They go to Mavunga. Mavunga might not play too much in the second period. Nice basket from the outside. A 3-point shot courtesy of Maeda. And the lead is now at 8. This is the biggest lead of the ball game for either squad. Touch pass, Fantasista to Tilly. Now to Evans. Evans explodes to the basket. Gives it up. Fantasista for 3. A little bit too strong. That's going to be a foul. That means 2 free throws coming up here for Toyama. Nice pass inside. Solomon now will head to the line for 2 shots. Richard Solomon has played 32 games with averages of 17 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. He plays heavy minutes too, 26 minutes on the floor. Missed that first free throw. The second is better. 9-point lead now enjoyed by the home squad. Ryukyu actually led by 6 early in this encounter. And then they've fallen behind, and now they're behind big. That's a big 3-pointer. Badly needed 3-pointer there. That should get them back in the contest. That cuts the lead down to 6. But defense like that is not going to help them. Easy basket there from Okada. He went in all the way to the cup. 10 seconds. Evans goes through. 6.5 remaining on the clock. And 2 free throws will be coming up here for Evans. Off that attack at the basket. More than enough time for Toyama to get a decent look and attempt. First free throw works for Evans. Still a 7-point deficit they're looking at though. This has been a long, drawn-out first quarter because of the foul trouble early from Ryukyu. Mavunga knows the time. Puts up that three. No, perfect pass, but that is not going to count. That was clear. That was a well-run play, just a fraction of a second late. And after the first 10 minutes of play, it's Toyama 26, Ryukyu 20. Second quarter is underway here at the Toyama City Gymnasium as the Grouses host the Ryukyu Golden Kings, number 5 team in the East, up against the number 1 team in the West. Nice cut, perfect pass, and excellent finish. Free throw coming up here as Fantasista will get called for a foul. Doesn't like the call, but nonetheless it sticks. Takeshi Mito on the line, looking to complete a 3-point play. Won't do it. Still, it's an 8-point lead re-established here by Toyama. Fantasista to the wing. Evans. Nice looking jumper, a little bit too strong. Nice rebound there from Solomon. Solomon just missed on that dunk opportunity a while ago. He made the dunk, but fraction of a second too late. This is where Fantasista will have some trouble. He is undersized. They try to post him up. At that time, he held his ground. Tilly thought about it, gives it up to Evans. Evans all the way inside, kicks it out. Fantasista. Tilly will have to take that three and makes it. That's going to cut the lead right back down to 5. Got a good ball game on our hands. B.LEAGUE action resuming here today, this Saturday afternoon. Anthony Suntay with the call. Glad you're joining us. We expect the next 3 quarters to be just as exciting as the first. Mavunga there looking around saying, please don't call a foul on me. I've got 2 already. With the inbound, Hashimoto. Kosuke Hashimoto. Part of the national pool. So expect a lot from him as well. But a foul is going to be called. Another early foul call here. Fouling a jump shooter. 2 free throws coming up for Toyama. Foul will be called on Shota Onodera. On the line now is Okada. Yuta Okada was actually the Rookie of the Year in 2018-2019. And he continues to improve year in, year out. Josh Smith coming right back, rejoining the action. So a lot more ceiling now. It seems like both coaches have been trying to use this matchup. Talking about the matchup between Cooley and Smith. 2 big bangers inside. As Okada makes the first free throw. Extends the lead back up to 6. Very critical here for the Ryukyu Golden Kings and Coach Hiroki to not get into early foul trouble. Split from the line there from Okada. What does Fantasista do? Gave it up, gets it right back. Ishizaki working with him in the backcourt. That pass a little bit too strong there from Mitsuhara. Quickly apologizes. Mitsuhara standing 6'6", 30-year-old with a pass that gone awry. Now calling for offense. The fans here at the Toyama City Gymnasium. Solomon inside that paint. A little bit too strong, using the glass. Cooley picks it up. Mitsuhara gives it up. Fantasista now. Fantasista with a jumper, and he's got 6 points in the ball game. Those are the shots that he will take and make. Those medium range jumpers. Lead is down to 4. Okada calling out the play. He's got Smith on one end. Uses the Solomon pick. Solomon for 3. Misses. Smith couldn't call it at rebound. No foul called as Tashiro hit the deck. Josh Smith, very likable fellow with a nice smile. Here comes Funyu. The last few games we've done here, and we've covered Funyu and the Golden Kings. Funyu has done so well. One of the few times we've seen Funyu and Fantasista playing together. So you've got 2 point guards, essentially. A small point guard and a tall point guard. Funyu, extra pass. Funyu once again. Funyu with a jumper. A little bit too strong. One and done. And here come the boys in red once again. Okada lays it up there for Solomon. Solomon just can't hammer it through. That was a play almost run to perfection. Watch it here. That would have been part of the highlight reel. And you definitely might have been able to watch that on the weekly Meet B-League broadcast every Thursdays at 6 o'clock. That's every week. Pick up all the action that you need about the B-League every Thursdays on that program. Double dribble going to be called on Okada. The lead is still at 4. Here comes Funyu. Fantasista now will take a break. Not too much movement. Funyu looking for Cooley. No, he goes right back up the top of the key. Mitsuhara. Nice bounce pass inside to Cooley. Cooley continues to hold on to his arm. Looks like he stubbed maybe one of his fingers or a wrist. Possibly an elbow. In the early part of the first quarter. Smith against Cooley. Smith just bullies his way inside. And there's nobody in the league that can stop that individual there. When he sets his mind to go into the basket. It's a 4-point lead enjoyed by Toyama once again. Funyu. Bounce pass. Stolen. Another stolen pass. Tashiro. Quick there. To react. Tashiro with a jumper. Too strong. Cooley with a rebound. Kick ball. They're going to reset that shot clock to 14. Good reaction there that time from Maeda. He apologizes. That was a very lackadaisical pass. 5.5 remaining here before we get to the break. Tashiro went to the baseline. That was really a decoy ploy more than anything else. Cooley, good hands. And he goes out right once again. Jumper not gonna drop. It falls to the wrong individual. 3-pointer away. In and out. Cooley. Cooley has earned his team 2 more possessions here. Josh Smith. Cooley. Boy, Cooley's battling inside. He got them 3 extra possessions there. Finally got the rebound, the putback. He's got 8 points in the ball game. And just 2 points separating these two squads. It's 31-29. Toyama still in the driver's seat. Cooley continues to labor forward. He always grimaces after he holds onto a basketball, even after a made basket. But he's here trying to play defense once again on Josh Smith. Nice give and go. Solomon there with the 2 points. Solomon now with 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Funyu gives it up. Solomon with the rebound. 4-point lead enjoyed by the boys in red. Nice pass over to Smith. Smith will have to settle for 2 free throws. Excellent cut though at the last minute by the big man. Nice pass. Well timed coming from Uto. going to be another foul called on Funyu. Tilly's going to come right back in together with Evans. That means Cooley might finally be able to get his rest. Oh, he stays on the floor. I think he looked like he wanted to take a breather. Coach Hiroki says, no, get in there, big man. We need you for rebounding. Smith made the first. Nice soft touch there from the big man, Josh Smith. And the lead is back up to 6. And here comes Cooley to the bench. Tilly will enter together with Evans. Different import combination now being showcased by the Golden Kings. Evans handing the basketball. Gives it up. That's a poor pass. Josh Smith just took that out of the air. They might be well served, talking about the boys in red, to go to Smith with Cooley on the bench. Solomon thought about that three, brings it all the way in, will misfire. And there's Josh Smith. That was just like taking candy from a baby. And the lead is back up to 8. A little bit of miscommunication here on the sidelines. Coach Hono trying to explain something to the referees. Right now, though, he's got to be very pleased because his team is ahead. Referees double checking with the scorers table. Mavunga will re-enter. He does have 2 personal fouls, but as we mentioned, we didn't expect him to play that much here in the second because of those 2 personals. Well, if he can nurse that properly up until the second half, he'll be in good stead. 37-29 is our official tally. 3:42 remaining before the halftime break. Playing point now is Kishimoto. Usually a starter, but today coming off the bench. Evans steps back for a 3, in and out. Josh with the rebound, gives it up to Solomon. Solomon inside, Euro step. And he will lose possession at the last minute. But a foul, I believe, was called. That means 2 free throws coming up here. Or they say he just lost it off that tap from Kishimoto. I was a bit surprised that Coach Fujita didn't go with Kishimoto in the starting lineup. That is his regular starter. Coming off the bench now here. That's going to be a foul. It will be on the aforementioned Kishimoto. Sticking a little bit too close. $37-29 is our tally. The home squad still with the lead here. Looking for more. They go right back to Mavunga. 2-man game. Mavunga gets it right back. Mavunga forces the issue and will miss. I'm surprised they're not going to Josh Smith. Almost a foul there called on Mavunga. Under 3 to be played. Tashiro. Tashiro still. Tashiro gets away from the defense and puts in the 2 points. Naoki Tashiro, standing 6'2", 27 years old. Showing us great footwork there. Not to mention foot speed. Is the play that we were looking for a while ago. Smith That's just too easy. He gets to his spot, kisses it off the glass, and the lead is back up to 8. Let's see if they try to challenge the defense of Cooley once again. That looked like a pass more than anything else to Cooley. Here's Mavunga. Good transition defense. Trying to post up the smaller guards. Nice spin! Nice basket there. Uto was asking for an end one. They're not going to give it to him, but still, it's a 10-point advantage enjoyed by Toyama at 41-31. Watch it here once again. Going to the left hand, getting it to drop from another angle. That's a joy to watch. And the home squad up by 10. A minute 54 remaining here in the second quarter. An excellent showing here by the Toyama Grouses, coming off that almost 2-week break with the international window. Ryukyu started out very well, but then their offense has sputtered. And on the other hand, Toyama just picked up the slack and are now leading by 10. Josh Smith there, picking up that personal. That's where teams can take advantage. Bring him outside and then attack the interior. And Evans does have the speed to be able to do that and to challenge the defense of Smith. Evans is going to miss that first free throw. Josh Smith continues to complain about that foul called on him. That was clearly a foul. No question about that one. Just about 90 seconds remaining before we get to the halftime break. Uto gets it into Mavunga. Will they try to dump it inside to Smith? No, they won't. Looking for a lot of movement. We don't know if it's just misdirection. And then Smith is now going to head on to the low block. Just missed out there. And that offensive rebound, but a slight tap of his will keep the ball on this end. More substitutions. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. A minute 17 remaining. Toyama still showing the way here. A minute and 17 seconds remain here in the first half. Toyama still showing the way here. Up by 9, 41-32. Coach Hono drew up a play there. They want a basket here. Let's see that play unfold. Mavunga. Mavunga for a long three. I'm not quite sure that was actually the play they drew up. Calling out the play now is Kishimoto. To Tashiro. Imamura on the outside. Imamura, one of their key players. Evans inside. Blows the layup. Again, wary of the blocking presence of Josh Smith. Mavunga now gives it up. Mavunga will get it. They go inside. Uto. Trying to take advantage of the size mismatch there, but Kishimoto is a fighter inside. Even if he's much smaller. Look at him battle there. But the ball will stay here with the boys in red. We're going to have another timeout here. Both coaches want to be able to really milk this final seconds. We'll be back for more B-League action in just a bit. Just about enough time for one possession each. 34.4 seconds remain here in the first half. Nice look there at Coach Hono, talking to the rest of his staff. Let's see if they're able to draw up another play. And this time, let's see if the players actually try to execute it. I don't think that long three was what Coach Hono drew up for Mavunga. Mavunga will miss inside. Maybe looking for a 2-for-1 there. They will be able to get this ball back, but just about with 3 seconds remaining. Kishimoto using up a lot of clock. Now trying to make his move around Cooley. And he eventually will lose it. That wasn't a very good possession. Here's Uto. Uto attacks and hits. And that will be the final point and basket. Uto likes it, showing off his muscles. And why not? This is now the biggest lead of the ball game, the biggest lead of Toyama. They're up by 11, 43-32, as we take this halftime break. Let's take a look at the action that happened in the first 2 quarters of play here. Early basket there for Cooley. Cooley actually finished the first 2 quarters with 8 points, but that gentleman there, Naoki Uto, started off their scoring and actually ended it. Fantasista, showing us what he can do from medium range. That is Narito Namizato, who had 3 baskets. Josh Smith was a tower of strength inside. Outside shooting worked early on. As you saw that basket there from Imamura. Imamura, part of the national team of Japan. But when Josh Smith went to work together with Movunga, that 6-point deficit that they faced early on was erased. And they continued to build on that lead, eventually settling at an 11-point lead after the first 2 quarters. Some sloppy plays left and right. Here's Uto once again. Uto knows what to do when he's inside the paint. There's Josh Smith with an extra pass. Finding Maeda. Maeda had 2 threes. This is just a breakdown in defense. Going in all the way. Trying to get right back into it is Kishimoto. Kishimoto didn't start this ball game. Extra passes, Tilly there with a shot. Tilly actually played sparingly. Was able to hit some big baskets for his squad. Here's Fantasista finding his spot, 15-foot jumper. Here was when Cooley, that was the play that he was able to get more than a couple of offensive rebounds and finally putting it through. Nice basket there from Tashiro. That's going to be the final play there. And basket. Uto was asking for an end one. You could hear it there. Sneaking away with another 2. And because of his late surge, that lead of the hometown squad just ballooned to 11. As you take a look at the numbers, 43 points against 32 for Ryukyu Golden Kings. The big story here really was the 2-point conversions. Shooting much better was Toyama, 15 out of 28 for 53% as compared to just 45% for Ryukyu. And that was because of the points in the paint. 30 points in the paint here for Toyama as compared to just 14 for Ryukyu. So obviously, if you're taking your shots from deep inside the points in the paint, you're going to shoot a better percentage, and that's exactly what has happened. 3-point numbers, just about even. When you look at the rebounding, just about even as well. 20 rebounds for the Golden Kings. For the Grouses, 18. So just a 2-rebound difference. We have here the scoring. 8 points for Cooley. 6 points for Fantasista of those 3 jumpers. Uto's got 13. Ably backed up there by Josh Smith with 10. So 2 players in double figures already this early for the Toyama Grouses. Some more numbers here. You expect a lot of rebounds for Jack Cooley. In fact, as I mentioned, in just one stretch, he had 3. And all of them on the offensive end. This sets up a strong and exciting finish for both these squads. Don't forget, the Ryukyu Golden Kings are the #1 team in the West with 28 wins and 9 losses. In 4th spot, we have the Toyama Grousers in the East. Their card is 24 wins, 13 losses. But they are the #1 team as far as the wild card position is concerned. So they need to be able to come up with a win here today to hold on to that top spot for the wild card, making it to the playoffs. So right now, the underdog Toyama Grouses with an 11-point lead as we move on to the third quarter. Third quarter is when the Golden Kings really make their move. Let's see if they can do that here. They will have first possession. Fantasista gives it up. Evans on the outside. Evans now will make his move. Gives it up. That should have been a catch and shoot situation there for Tashiro. He's going to launch anyhow and overshoot. Here's Uto. Uto now will wait for Josh Smith to get into position together with Mavunga. Pass goes awry. Tashiro will pick up a foul. Foul will be called there on Matsuwari. He dipped his shoulder a little bit, but Matsuwari hadn't established position. Fantasista now. That's a shot they've been giving him, and he's been making it. That lead has now been cut down to 9. Well-run offensive pattern. Uto to Mavunga. Mr. Triple-Double has really not racked up the numbers here today. He will head to the line for 2 free throws, though, off that foul from Evans. Well, they're saying the foul is on Fantasista. He can't believe it. Well, take your pick there. There was some contact from Evans as well. Nonetheless, Mavunga on the line. Mavunga's numbers today, not that impressive so far. He's got 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. That's worlds away from a triple-double. But his team is ahead. So try to do the little things. Cooley with the board. Cooley now with 8 rebounds in the contest. Fantasista trying to help out his team as they face a 10-point deficit. Evans, nice look inside. Cooley gives it up. You're going to have to attack the basket here. Shot clock is at 3. Fantasista for 3. No. Another rebound there for Josh Smith. Smith with just 4 boards. Uta gets away once again. He's got 13 points, actually 15 points already. Uto has been a gem here. Naoki Uto. They're going to have to move back onto the defensive end as Fantasista with the basketball. This is a 12-point advantage right now, enjoyed by the hometown Grouses. Fantasista with a beat to the basket, stops. Excellent pass, basket and 1. Well-timed cut there from Tashiro. Assist to Fantasista. Nabisato now with his 2nd assist. And great patience shown there by Tashiro. One more free throw coming up here. Looking to complete the 3-point play. And does. That'll bring the lead back down to 9 still. Pretty good size advantage enjoyed by the hometown squad. Not as much movement as we've seen in the previous offensive thrusts. Mavunga puts up that 3, short. Fantasista quickly goes inside. Nice seal by Evans. Lost control. Will have to give it back out. 2-man game. Evans and Fantasista. Fantasista patiently looking for Evans. He could have actually taken that shot from medium range. Look for a higher percentage shot. Evans now will head to the line for 2 shots. Clearly a foul there. Matsuwaki will not be able to stop Evans that deep inside the paint. Two minutes, 40 seconds gone here in the second half. Evans makes the first. Dwayne Evans has played 29 games so far, averaging 28 minutes with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Solid contributions here. He's going to miss that free throw though. .46-38 is our tally. Evans down the line for another shot. That's going to bring them further here. Josh Smith on the outside. Smith works his way inside. A foul is going to be called on Fantasista. 2 free throws coming up here for the big man. Nice roll to the basket. Power dribble. And he gets hacked across the arm. Watch his feathery touch there from the big man. Josh Smith with great averages. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Not to mention he's got 1 steal. Lead is back up to 9. Fantasista to the wing. Nice look inside. But Cooley is going to be hemmed in. Quick double. Fantasista with a jumper short. It falls in the lap of Smith, and Smith hands it over to Fantasista. Fantasista, no! Josh Smith apologizing, saying, I thought you were all by your lonesome. Not to mention the fact that he forgot Fantasista has got that speed. Mavunga for 3, yes! And the lead is back up to 12. Just one shot is really can make the difference. Evans thought about it. That slight moment of indecision will cost Maki. That's going to be a traveling violation. Another turnover. Under 6 minutes to be played here in the third. The Golden Kings have tried to bring that lead down, but it's still at an imposing 12 points. Josh Smith hits the deck, and only Jack Cooley can drop him. Watch it here. He actually also slipped a little bit because Josh Smith is much, much bigger and much stronger. They're starting to talk to each other. Things are getting heated up here between Cooley and Smith. Let's continue to look at that matchup. Cooley and Smith. Still at each other. Another basket from the outside. And the lead has now ballooned to 15. Timeout will have to be called by the Golden Kings. This game is slipping from their grasp. Satoru Maeda already now with 9 points, including that last three you saw right before the break. And the former Rookie of the Year 2019-2020. Really showing that he's improving all facets of his game. Fantasista will not get that to drop. Mavunga almost got dropped by his own man. Just getting it past the timeline. Now to Mavunga. Maeda now is a marked man. Maeda attacks and gets away inside. He's in double digits. And the lead is now at 17. Who would have thought? We were expecting a close match between these two squads. But Toyama has blown out the Golden Kings, at least at this stage. Four minutes, 39 seconds remain here. Still in the third. Funyo now will check in. Funyo, a tall point guard, has really not been able to do what is expected of him here. Cooley, pushed out of his comfort zone, will have to put up that long two. He likes to be able to operate inside the paint, not there from the 15-foot line. Mavunga. Now they kick it out. Smith asking for it. Gets it. Up against Cooley. Banging bodies and gets it to go. The lead is now at 19. There's a steal. Easy put in. This might be a good time for the timeout by the Ryukyu Golden Kings. And they will sue for time as they find themselves down by 21. 60-39 is our tally. The Grouses way ahead. Under 4 minutes still to play here in the third. Still a lot of time. And the whole fourth quarter also to be played. So if you're a fan of the Golden Kings, you know that your team can still get back in it. But it looks like they came off a sluggish start after that break. Evans, fall away, will drop. Badly needed basket there for the Golden Kings, but the lead is still at 19. We go to Mavunga once again. He will create. Mavunga inside. There'll be a foul. Mavunga always draws a double team. Really, they're very disappointed. Checking in, the veteran, Masashi Joho, 38-year-old. He's featured in 30 games so far, but only averaging 8 minutes. It's going to be the third personal foul on Funyu. Initially, I thought the foul was on Tilly. It will be called on Seiya Funyu. Baseline inbound. Solomon has now checked in place of Josh Smith. They're not going to need his hulking presence here. They are up big. Mavunga kicks it out. Another three-point basket. Great basket there from Yoshiyuki. And Matsuwari has really helped out his squad here. Matsuwari has already 6 points in the contest. Three-pointer? No. Tilly promptly gives it back out. Evans for three. Short. Funyu with the rebound. Can they answer back? No. Evans inside. Finally gets away with a twinner. 9 points here for Evans. But they're going to need to come up with some stops. They're still down by 20. Nice look inside. Solomon. Got it swiped away. That's a good call by the referee. Quick hands from Kishimoto. The thing was, when he swiped at it, he was stepping on the baseline. So that will be a violation. But it saved them the easy 2 points. Shot clock still at 7 here. Solomon gets hemmed in. Will miss. Tilly with the rebound. That was a weak effort there by Solomon. He needs to go out stronger. Nice pick set by Tilly. They don't take advantage though. Funyu finds Tilly. Tilly will lose possession. Solomon will lose it as well. Solomon continues to complain to the referees instead of getting back down on defense. Evans takes advantage. That cuts the lead to 18. They want to be able to get it down to a more manageable deficit, maybe 16, 14 points, and then make another run at the start of the fourth. But for Mavunga and company, that's another big slam! And the lead is back up to 28 points only in the contest for Mavunga, but he's allowed to let his teammates carry the offensive load. Nothing doing there. Evans with a nice putback. Let's see if they can come up with a stop though. They get it past the timeline. Mavunga once again thought about showing the three. That's an excellent setup. Nice offensive rebound. Solomon can't track it down. Evans gets away. And the lead is down to 16. Here they come. Shot clock is off. Final 17 seconds. Now at 13. Mavunga in no rush. At the very least, they'll be up by 16. But they want more. Mavunga attacks! He'll have to settle for 2 free throws. There's a big shove. You saw that by Solomon on Evans, and Evans didn't like it. He had some words there for Solomon. Things are starting to get heated up here. You saw the discussion between Cooley and Josh Smith earlier. That was clearly a push on the back by Solomon and Evans. Let's see what transpires here in the fourth. That's going to set up an interesting final 10 minutes, especially if the Golden Kings are able to inch closer here and make this a ball game. Lead is now at 17. We're going to try to get Mavunga out. That's a good substitution. You don't want him picking up a cheap foul. Josh Smith comes in. So they've got another shot blocker inside. And we've got to quickly hoist this one up. Good line. Trying to use the glass. It's not going to drop. And going into the final 10 minutes of action. It's 67-49. Toyama still with the lead. Fourth quarter is underway. Can the Golden Kings make a run here early to make this interesting? That's going to be an early foul, though, called on Funyu. Clearly a hold there. He did get some ball, but a lot of body. That's going to be the fourth personal foul on Seiya Funyu. Looks like Coach Hiroki Fujita will roll the dice here. Keep him inside. Uto checks back in. Nice rebound by Cooley. That's a good start. They got the stop they needed. Can they get the basket though? The Grouses, one of the top offensive teams that has played excellent defense here in the first 3 periods. Illegal pick. That's going to be called on Cooley. Watch that last piece of action there. Cooley got fouled by Smith. As we mentioned, things are really starting to heat up between those two big men. That's going to be the third foul on Josh Smith. Funyu. All the way home. That lead is back down to 16 once again. Solomon with the offensive rebound. That gets swiped away. We just might have that exciting finish we were looking for. A minute gone here in the fourth and final period. Excellent pass there from Uto. Coming from the weak side. Quick cut. And Mito will now head to the line for 2 shots. Nothing Tashiro could do. Excuse me, Kishimoto could do. He was beaten on the play, clearly. Free throw a little bit too strong. It was online, but Mito too strong though. Mito with 2 points in 7 minutes of action for the Toyama Grousers. Makes the adjustment. (68-51) is our tally. Funyu gives it up to Cooley. Cooley gives it up once again. Overshooting. Smith with the rebound. It hasn't been the day of Tashiro here. Solomon, nice spin. Goes to the other end. And the lead is back up to 19. But you can see a little bit more fight, a little bit more grit coming from the Golden Kings. And they make a final push though. Pocket pass. Cooley gets away. No one could stop him there. He moved Smith out of the paint. Now in double digits for Jack Cooley. Way below his average though. He's averaging 17 points. Only at 10 points now. Solomon gets the pitch. Mito will give it up. And they're going to use some clock here. There's a steal for Cooley. He's going to get it back. Smith lagging behind. They don't get it to Cooley early. Smith able to recover. Remember, Smith's got 3 personal fouls. Nice explosion. 3. No. The tap. That's a long 3. Still nothing. Smith with the rebound. Golden Kings have had their opportunities. Just can't knock down that 3. 3-point distance has not been too kind for them here. So far only shooting 16%. Solomon. Yes! Lead is now back up to 19. Cooley will give it up. Funyu. Funyu inside. We'll get that finger roll drop. Only 4 points in the ball game here for Funyu. Gonna use some clock once again. Attacking the interior. That's a nice step back. Uto has done it all for his squad. Uto now with 17 points to lead all scorers. Next scorer is Josh Smith with 14. Kishimoto. Kishimoto with a floater. It works. Kishimoto now with 7 points in the contest. The thing is, his team still trails big. Under 6 minutes to play. Solomon. He's got the speed against Cooley. Three-pointer. Boy, that was a high arcing 3 dropping there. Nice basket from Okada. Okada with 6 points in this ball game. Everybody contributing for the Grouses. Nothing there coming from Tashiro. Okada with possession. Okada exploding to the basket and getting away for 2. And the route just might be on. It's a 22-point lead once again. Foul going to be called on Uto. Just confirming if you've got a timeout. Uto will head to the bench though. There's a halt in play. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Just about 5 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Cooley now on the bench together with Fantasista. Is that the white flag being raised here by Coach Hiroki Fujita? We'll see. Tilly still in the ball game. Together with Imamura, their national team stalwart. Evans is also a top scorer. Nice handoff. Basket and one opportunity. Imamura now will head to the line for an extra free throw. Foul will be called on Solomon. So definitely not raising the white flag just yet. Imamura misses on that free throw. Tilly gets it. Tilly will miss. Another miss there. Tashiro very disappointed with that shot of his. He was way below. Got blocked by the ring. Even with a 20-point lead, Coach Hono senses trouble. He sees the aggressiveness of the Golden Kings. He calls this timeout. Welcome back to B.LEAGUE action this Saturday evening. Anthony Sutay with the call. We're glad you're joining us. We're coming to you from the Toyama City Gymnasium as the Toyama Grouses host the Ryukyu Golden Kings. The Golden Kings, the number one squad in the West with a 28-9 card, are down big down 20 to Toyama. Toyama does have the inside track as far as the wild card position is concerned, moving on to the playoffs. But still, just about 20 games to be played here in the season. A lot can still occur. Here's Mavunga bringing it down, trying to use some clock. Back to their point forward, Mavunga. Mavunga against Tilly. That's a matchup we were looking at all throughout this game. Mavunga, long three, just short. That is the aggressiveness that you want to see from your players if you're a coach, even if you're up by 20. Another possession, getting away. Just too many attempts, and Solomon will send that through, and the lead is back up to 22. Uto also kept that alive. Evans, double teamed, almost lost it, eventually does. Solomon sends it over to Mavunga, and a foul will be called on Kim Tilly. Watch it there once again. He got a lot of ball, but part of the arm as well. 3:45 to be played. Now I guess you can say it's a one-ball game for the hometown squad, and that's why they're cheering and cheering themselves hoarse. That's clearly a push from Okada. And that's going to be an offensive foul. He just hooked his arm and threw down Kishimoto. Kishimoto coming off the bench here today. Trying to go glass, it works. Another basket here from Tashiro. Tashiro with just 7 points, but he has 4 rebounds and 3 assists. As you approach the final 3 minutes. Solomon gives it up. Okada with a looper, no. Evans to the rebound. Let's see if he tries to attack early. Time is not on their side. They've got to get a quick 2 points. Tilly will blow that. Blow twice. Open layups. Well, doesn't seem like to be the day of the Golden Kings here. The number 1 team in the West will fall to the number 4 team in the East. As play resumes here in the B-League after a 2-week break. Solomon gets that 2 to go. Solomon now in double figures with 11 points. And still asking for defense are the fans here from the Toyama City Gymnasium. They want to bury the Golden Kings. Here's Uto. Uto, no look pass. Makes you wonder why they're in a hurry. The tip, not gonna drop. Now they should use some clock. Sunny, they put it up. They don't need any more points. Nice look, Evans. Baby hook. Boy, 3 times they've shot from point blank range and it's missed. Mavunga will come into contact there with Imamura. Got him smack in the forehead. Imamura, a little bit shaken up here. 1:35 to play. We're in the twilight zone, but the last 2 minutes is not going to be exciting. Checking in now is Toshiki Kamisawa. One of their new young additions. This is part of that program where the B-League brings in university players to already play at top-level B-League competition. So it gives them a good transition to the pros. good chance for Toshiki to be able to get some minutes here. There it is on your screens. Slowly but surely, you're going to see these youngsters. They are the future of Japanese basketball. Hayato Maki, also another one of those youngsters. He's a rookie, former collegiate MVP, 22 years old, standing 6'1". Blows the second free throw though. Gets that rebound back. Try to look for Tilly. Switching hands and getting the basket. That is going to help him for his confidence moving forward. Nice basket for Hayato. Let's see if he can make this free throw. Does. Maki now with 6 points. That's what you'd like to see from your wards, even if they're down big and this ball game is over. They're still battling till the final buzzer. Both teams now in the penalty after that last foul from Ryukyu. So a chance here for the youngster Kamisawa to get on the board. And that's why he's getting a thunderous applause. First points here tonight. He's got a good stroke there from the 15-foot line. Makes both. You can see obviously well schooled. So both youngsters showcasing what they can do, even if it is in the final minutes of this blowout. Here he is once again. Maki. He's swinging to the other side. That's going to come up short. Play goes on. Mavunga will bring it past the timeline. Calling out the play. Will he call out a play once again for Kamisawa? Gets it to Kamisawa. Kamisawa tries to make his move. Gets away. Overshoots. A little over 30 seconds to be played. Tilly will try to add to his tally. Misfires on that three. Nothing doing there for Tashiro. Tashiro started here today and was very active on both ends. Just couldn't get that ball to drop. Tashiro will finish with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Here's a steal. And they're going to go all the way home. That's going to end the scoring here. That will be our final tally, 85-67. It's a resounding victory here for the number 4 team in the East. And they really badly needed this victory because they want to be able to make sure they hold on to that number 1 spot in the wild card berth. Moving on to the playoffs. There you can see the quarter scorings. And the Ryukyu Golden Kings still will hold on to number 1 spot in the West, but they're now going to have 10 losses across their name. Thanking the fans for coming over, especially their handful of fans that have also made their way here to the Toyama City Gymnasium. These two squads will face off once again tomorrow. If you're new to the B-League, that's what they do. They have 2 teams squaring off every weekend in back-to-back encounters. It cuts the travel time, and it saves a lot of the wear and tear on the players, not to mention the fact that it's nice to be able to see yourself up against the same team on back-to-backs. We see the adjustments from the respective coaches. That's where they really earned their keep. And in a little bit, we're going to hear from Coach Hono Hamaguchi.
さあ、それでは富山グラウジェイズの浜口ヘッドコーチにお話を伺います。さあ、今日は立ち上がりこそリードを許しましたが、全般的に理想的な流れだったかなという印象がありますが、振り返っていかがでしょうか。
はい、ゲームプランとしては沖縄さんのリバウンドとあと速い攻撃を少し、気をつけたいっていうのが、今日のポイントだったんですけど、リバウンドの部分でちょっと苦戦する場面もあったんですけど、ゲームトータルとしては非常によく、ディフェンスの戻りも早かったですし、ゲームプラン通りに選手が戦ってくれたと思います。
特に第3クォーターのオフェンスは本当に圧巻だったという印象がありますが、いかがでしょう。
そうですね、ハーフタイムに選手に伝えたんですけど、やっぱり第3クォーターは私たちのマジッククォーターで、第3クォーターをしっかり取ると、勝率も上がってくるので、そういう面では非常に第3クォーター集中して、ゲームに入れたんじゃないかなと思います。
さあ、明日も琉球戦です。また激しい戦いになるかと思いますが、明日に向けての意気込みをお願いします。
はい、沖縄さん非常に粘り強いいいチームなので、明日もう一つ、ファイトして、連勝したいと思いますので、ぜひ
Coach Hono talking about the fact that they had a good game plan and they were doing well, and it started off with their great defense and they carried it on till the end. And he said it was also important to get going in the third quarter. That's exactly what they did. And they won, pulling away. Their offense clicked in the third quarter, and they sailed to victory here.
立ち上がりからしっかりと得点源となり、そしてゲームをコントロールして、本当にね、まさしくグラウジーズのエンジンとも言える、そんなプレーをしてくれたのが今日の本当にね、彼のいいところが全部出たゲームだったかなと思います。本日のヒーローはナンバー11、直樹ウト。
No surprise that number 11 is our player of the match, Naoki Uto. Excellent numbers here today.
熱い抱擁です。
Gets a big hug there from Josh Smith. We're going to hear from Uto right now.
さあ、宇都選手、まずはですね、ヒーローの記念撮影を行います。はい。さあ、そして今日はですね、特別ゲームスポンサー JA 全農富山様から MVP 賞を贈呈いたします。プレゼンターは全国農業協同組合連合会富山県本部米国園芸部部長中野裕二様です。さあ、まずはですね、富山米の新進種ふふふ60キロを贈呈します。さあ、そして JA 全農富山直営店和風焼肉富山育ちのお食事券5万円分の贈呈です。どうもありがとうございました。大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
So you have the fans here inside the Toyama City Gymnasium honoring our man of the match, our MVP, their hero today, Naoki Uto. And now let's hear from him. He actually received some rice as his prize for being today's hero.
沖縄琉球さん我慢強いチームなので自分たちもしっかり我慢して自分たちのプレーを遂行しようと、言われ、はい、今日の試合に臨みました。
今 今日は本当立ち上がりの数分こそリードを許しましたけれども、それ以降はこう自分たちの流れでうまくゲームを進めることができたかなという印象がありますが、振り返っていかがでしょう。
はい、準備期間が長かったので、それを遂行できた選手とあとコーチ陣みんなの力で勝ったのかなと思います。
宇藤選手は得点源になり、そしてしっかりとゲームを組み立てて、宇藤選手個人としてもいいゲームだったかなというふうな感じがするんですけども。
はい、毎試合これぐらいの活躍ができるようにたくさんお米食べて焼肉食べて頑張ります。はい、
では明日の試合に向けて意気込みを最後お願いします。
今言っちゃった。
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
じゃあ明日
はい、今お米食べて、すみません。明日も頑張るので応援よろしくお願いします。
Naoki was telling everybody it was a tough game today,
どうもありがとうございました。
and he just thanked the fans for supporting their squad, and at the same time he said, I appreciate my coach for having the trust in me, giving me the minutes, and I'm just happy to be able to deliver. So a great performance here from the Toyama Grouses as they win this one 85-67 over the top-ranked Ryukyu Golden Kings, the number one team in the Western Conference. Well, Uto ended up by saying he will eat a lot of rice, and he says they will win tomorrow once again. So he asked the fans to please come on over once again, in full force if they can, to support their squad in their back-to-back encounters against the Ryukyu Golden Kings as we go back to some of the action. Fantasista hitting some buckets inside, but it was hard to get any baskets deep inside because of the presence of Josh Smith. Not too many offensive rebounds will be given up when Josh Smith is there. Josh Smith also knows what to do offensively. Nice little baby hook, using his weight to his full advantage. And he's also an excellent passer, as you can see there, finding Mavunga for two. Poor passing early on led to some steals and easy baskets. That time an easy basket for Matsuwaki. And here is Uto going to work. He was in double digits in the first half alone. Nice pass on the outside, and Maeda, a dead shot, knocking that one down. Coast to coast there for Matsuwaki. Just didn't seem like the legs for the entire Ryukyu Golden Kings was there today. They did have some moments of brilliance, but in the end, it just wasn't enough, losing big here. In fact, they fell down as big as 22 points. Tilly came off the bench to hit a couple of threes. Tilly eventually will finish with that basket you saw, and at the same time, also with 4 rebounds. No assists. Fantasista finding his spots on the floor and knocking down those medium-range jumpers. Cooley with an offensive rebound. Loving it. But he got the short end of the stick with his matchup against Josh Smith. Nice basket there inside from Tashiro, who started out here for coach Hiroki Fujita. Uto once again going to work. That was in the last 30 seconds of the first half, asking for an end one. And we'll get this one to go right before the half ended. Kids came out for halftime dance, and then it was back to basketball. And it was right back to Naoki Uto. And then Mavunga hitting a few baskets here and there. Didn't try to take over offensively because he saw that his teammates were hot. Another big three there from Maeda. Look at that steal coming from Matsuwari. And from here on in, the route was on. Evans, step back. We'll get that to drop. But their baskets were few and far between. Look at another basket there from Matsuwari from the outside. Nice slam there from Mavunga. Matsuwaki will finish with 9 points. Cooley getting away with some baskets inside. Cooley will finish at exactly 10 points. 10 points, 10 rebounds will be his line today. Kishimoto with the floater. It wasn't enough though. But that step back three. And here was the youngster, Kamisawa, hitting 2 freebies. And your final score will be 85-67. A dominating victory here by the Toyama Grouses. As we take a look at the numbers, and the numbers really might not tell you too much of a story. From 2-point distance, definitely shooting a whole lot better was Toyama, but they just hit one more field goal over the Golden Kings. From 3-point distance, they hit 3 more, but pretty good percentage at 42%, only 12.5%. That's a killer if you're going to shoot 24 threes and only make 3. Free throw numbers, more free throws here for the Grouses, 20 as compared to 11. But all the other numbers, if you really look at it, they were really, in terms of the assists, if you took a look at the rebounds, not too much difference. In fact, assists, there were 13 apiece. Rebounds, only 2 better were the Golden Kings. As we take a look at the individual numbers here, 15 points for Evans, 17 points to lead all scorers is Uto. That's why he is the player of the match. Backed up there by 14 from Josh Smith, and Solomon's got 11. Only 2 players in double digits here for the Golden Kings, with Cooley. Cooley, though, will lead all rebounders. Evans almost also with a double-double, with 9 rebounds there. Smith with 8 rebounds, assisted by Solomon with 6, and 5 from Mavunga. If you really look at it, it was an all-around effort here from Coach Hono Hamaguchi's squad. And they're looking forward to come up with an even more explosive performance in their game against the Golden Kings tomorrow. And this back-to-back this weekend. The B-League is back in action after a 2-week hiatus. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Till next time, take care. Have a good weekend ahead. Anthony Sutai here saying good night.